Alright guys, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Adri. So today I'm rocking my hair down. Usually I put it up, but today I finally washed it, the tea. So as you can see from the title, today's video is me using all $1 makeup products. A few posts ago, I made a video of me using $1 makeup, trying it on, seeing how I felt about it, and you guys really seemed to enjoy that one. So I asked over on my Instagram to see if you guys wanted to see another video having to do with really affordable makeup products, and you guys seem to want to see that, which I totally understand because I really like affordable makeup. As I get older, I'm getting really into cheaper makeup. Why? Because it is cheaper and I have to pay for it. And you guys were totally up for it. Also, I wanted to see what you guys wanted to see using these products, full glam or just more natural makeup, and you guys wanted full glam. So today we're going to be doing that. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. We're going to put the hair back. We're going to tie it up. We're going to put it back. So first, I'm going to start off with the eyebrows. For more glam makeup looks, that's what I usually start off with. Every single product that I use today is from shopmissa, the website where everything's $1. I'm going to go in with the sculpting brow pencil. I used this product in my last $1 makeup video, and I said it was okay. You can kind of get away with this pencil. It doesn't fill them in really dark. It kind of gives you a little bit of color. You can definitely work with it. It's going to take a little bit longer when you're using this one, but you can work with it. Would I recommend it to a friend? No. So let me just say that this pencil is really forgiving. It's not super pigmented, so it's not going to like make your brows look crazy right away. So I feel like this would be good for a beginner. Can get there, but it's gonna take a little while to build up the product. I usually don't like that. I like a brow pencil that's going to give me the color I want with the first go. The color is good. I like the color. It's not warm, which is really hard to find with cheaper brow products. This product I have not used since that last video. I don't reach for it. I have other brow pencils that I like more than this. Even the e.l.f. one that's like $2 is better than this one. It is the same like texture, but it does give more pigment. So for an extra $1 you can get something like this with more pigment that's a little bit better. So yeah, I would pass on this one. So I do have another brow product, but I like to save that until the end. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows really quick. I'm going to be using the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer in the color Fair Ivory. I'm also going to be using all $1 brushes as well, and I'm going to be using the AOA Studio E123 brush to carve out my brows. This concealer is meant to be full coverage. Now that I got the brows on, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with that same concealer. I'm not going to use a lot because it is full coverage. And then we will move on to eyeshadow. So now I'm going to take their setting powder to set my eyelids just a little bit. It's the Perfect Setting Powder in the color Soft Light. So the brushes I am using on my eyes are the 10-piece brushes from that website. They have a little pink handle on them, and I reviewed them in my last video. So for the eyeshadow, I got this really cute palette. Again, it was only $1. It's the Malibu Glitz Eyes to Go 5-color eyeshadow palette, and it looks like this. It's just a bunch of neutrals. They're a little bit deeper than what they're showing on camera, but they're actually really good. I tried them once before when I got them. So for the palette today, I'm going to be using this palette right here. It is the Malibu Glitz Eyes to Go eyeshadow palette. The colors are really basic, really neutral colors. They're coming off a little bit lighter on camera, but they're actually really pretty. I tried them once before. They blend pretty well, but that was for a very natural look. So let's see how they perform on a more glam eyeshadow look. I'm going to be using the E130 brush from that brush set I was talking about earlier. I'm first going to pick up the orangey shade right here, and I'm just going to throw that in the crease. Okay, so after blending out that first shade, it's really smooth. It's blending really well. It was really easy. I had to dip into it a few times, but I actually like shadows that build up rather than like super pigmented, just because those are a little bit harder to blend. If you don't want a really glam look, I feel like you can just wear this one shade and you're good to go. That is blending out so easy. So I actually moved you in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take the deeper shade right here, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner using that same brush. Now I'm going to take an E128 brush, like that, and I'm going to take the deepest shade in the palette, which is this brown color right here. Ooh, that kickback. I'm just going to keep that color on the very outer V of the eye. I am going to cut the crease. Again, I'm going to be using that same concealer I used to carve out the brows. So now I'm kind of just taking whatever I had left on that brush and trying to blend the edges as best as I can. I'm just kind of going back and forth between those two brushes I used. I'm going to take this really tiny brush. It is the E132, and I'm going to grab the lightest shade in that palette. It's kind of like a cream shade. And I'm going to set my cut crease. Next thing is this eye contouring ultra soft eyeliner from Ciate in the color number 5. It's Mambo number 5. Alright, and now I'm just going to start lining the top of the eyes. I've been kind of like over a black eyeliner. I have been getting into more brown smoky eyeliners. So I picked this up thinking it was just like a matte brown. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, but I've been throwing it in my waterline and it's so pretty. Alright, I zoomed back out and I'm just going to clean up the fallout that I got under my eyes. I only got a little bit like on the outer parts. So I'm just going to clean that up just a little bit so it doesn't mix in with the concealer. So I'm going to prime my face with the primer spray for smooth, even skin. Looks like this. It's the green bottle. So in my last video, I used the original Wonder Blender, and that's really good, but I wanted to try a different sponge. This is the Microfiber Wonder Blender. So it's kind of like that Juno sponge where it has like little fibers on it. It almost feels like furry on the sponge. So I wanted to try something like that. For foundation, I'm going to be using the AOA Studio Buildable Satin Foundation. It looks like this. It's super tiny. You see it up against my hand? Like, this is the foundation that comes from the AOA Studio, and this is a normal one. You see how it's like super tiny? It is $1, gotta keep that in mind, but just to give you guys a heads up, because when it came in I was a bit surprised. Now I'm going to blend it in and see how it is with the sponge. The coverage of this foundation right now with this sponge, I used this foundation with the regular sponge and it was just... What the frick? Okay, so I used this foundation with the regular sponge and it kind of just like soaked all of it up and it wasn't giving me any coverage, but holy crap. You guys see it? You fucking see it? This has me a little shook. What the... It doesn't even look like... I mean, yeah, it has a stain, but you can tell if it soaks in or not because it has like those little dark spots. me see if I can find it. Okay, this is super dirty, don't judge me. This is the original one. You see how it's like has dark spots on the bottom from where it soaks in? Look at the difference. I'm just gonna put the drops directly onto the sponge and see. A little going a long way. What the? That is freaking me out. This foundation, I've used it twice, I think. So the first day I got it, I didn't have any foundation on, so I was like, and I wanted to try it. Do a little more coverage right here. And I wanted to try it, so I put it on and I was like, oh, this is nice. Like, I put it on with the brush and and there was a lot of coverage with the brush, and I really liked it with the brush. The second time I used it was the day after the first time, and I used it with the sponge and it just soaked up all the product. It's a freak. I've used this thing twice and it feels like it's running out. Okay, so yeah, like after that it kind of turned me off to this foundation. Dude, this is a $1 foundation. Look at this coverage. What is my literal problem? Now I'm going to move on to the concealer. I've used this before several times. I know it's good. So yeah, concealer gets a thumbs up from me. This is too much concealer. I'm just going to tell you right now. Now I'm going to bake my under eyes with the powder. That's usually what I do with full glam. I will bake the under eyes. Sorry, I'm covering. I know I'm covering. I know. I've tried this powder before. This is one of the things that I used in my other video as well. So I don't want to repeat myself because I know, like, if you've seen the other one, you're just going to be like, okay, like, we know. So for my oily girls, this powder is really cute for like about an hour, and then your foundation goes to crap. If you're dry, you're gonna love this stuff. If you're oily, like me, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just doing it for the sake of the video because it's a full face of 1 hour makeup. Now I'm gonna take this brush that was also from AOA Studio in the number F28. I'm going to take that Soft Light powder, the translucent one, to lightly set everywhere else. And then I'm going to take this face powder in the color Nude, and that's what it looks like. Bring some color back into my face. There it is. The color is coming back. Ooh, the powder smells like literal dump. I'm gonna get like what it looks like in natural daylight because this ring light just like, ugh. I need a softener. I have a softener. Do I put it on? No. I'm gonna use the Malibu Glitz bronzer in the color Honey. As you can see, I've been liking it. So what I'm gonna do is just use my powder brush as the bronzer brush. What I really like about this powder, this bronzer, is it's buildable. It's not super pigmented. Like the first time I used it, I didn't like it because it was not pigmented at all. Like I couldn't really see anything, but once I got that top layer off, I feel like it was a lot better. Right, so now I'm gonna bake before I do my blush. This powder is actually really good for baking. So this is the Amuse number 3 Blush and Glow Duo. It has a blush and a highlight. I really like this blush. At first I was like, ugh, because I usually like more mauvey pinky blushes, and this is super neutral, but I actually really love it for days that are just really natural because I can actually get away with just using this as bronzer and blush since it's so neutral. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a psychopath when it comes to blush, so just don't mind me if I go a little too ham. I'll fix it later. I didn't even realize I was freaking using my brush instead of the AOA Studio. Darn it. I guess I'm gonna have to put more blush on. Am I being over dramatic? So now I'm going to take one of the eyeshadow brushes, this one right here. It is the E127, and I'm going to use it to apply the highlighter. There it is. I'm going to go over with the blush brush to kind of blend that in. For the under eyes, I'm just going to keep it simple. This shade first, and then deepen it up with that one. Second shade that's a little bit deeper, and just keep it right on the outer part. So now I'm going to throw that same eyeliner I used on the top part in the waterline, but just on the outer parts. First, I actually got the eyelash glue from AOA Studio. So I'm going to go with these because they're just more glam, but these are really pretty for every day. The more natural ones are called Melissa, and then the more dramatic ones are in the style Tori, which I am going to be using today. So I threw on the lash for one of my eyes. What I do first is just kind of like curl my lashes a little bit, and then I'll throw on a little bit of mascara. Now the mascara I picked up from the website is the Amuse Cosmetic Mascara and Waterproof. I hate it, so just don't pick this up, you know, skip out on it. I'm just going to use it for the sake of the video because I bought it. I don't know about longevity or anything like that. It is waterproof, so it should last a while. It's just the formula is bad. Like when I put it on, it doesn't do anything for my lashes. I'm going to throw that same mascara on the bottom eyelashes, and then we will move on to the next step. Try not to look down for a second after you put this mascara on. I just looked down. We're good. We're in the clear. I just looked down again. No! Oh. So in the beginning when I was doing my eyebrows, I mentioned that I would come back to a product for the eyebrows, and so I'm coming back to it. It is this little guy. It's all rubbed off already, but it's the AOA Studio Brow Gel. Eyebrow gel? Eyebrow gel. And it's in the darkest shade. So, I'm just going to throw it on my brows. And this little guy has actually become an everyday favorite. I use this guy every day. It may not look like it's doing anything right now just because I have like really dark eyebrows already, but for every day when I don't fill them in and carve them out, this is my go-to. I have 2 lipsticks and 1 lip liner. I actually have 2 of these lip liners. I have 2 of these lip liners because I need one as a backup because I really like it. This lip liner is the LA Colors Auto Lip Liner in the shade Perfect Brown. Well, I have the shades Guava and the color Shore. In the lipsticks, they're just nude colors. So what I'm going to do is go all over the lip with the color Guava, and then I will do a quick outline just to deepen out or to define the lip, and then I will throw Shore, which is the lightest pinky nude, in the middle. So we are basically done with the look. All I have to do is set my face with the setting spray. It is lightweight, matte finish, non-drying, long-lasting. I'm going to go through a quick recap of the products. So first was the eyebrow pencil. I would say to skip out on that. It wasn't, like, it gets the job done, don't get me wrong. It takes a bit to build up. A little too waxy for my liking. So yes, I would skip that one. The concealer is a yes for me. I really like it. It's full coverage. It has a really nice creamy consistency. We have the loose setting powder and we have the pressed powder. So the loose setting powder is a no for me. It's really, I feel like it'd be really good for dry skin. It's just too, it's really it's not super finely milled, but it has like a sheen to it. Like it has this kind of like glow to it, which is just not my cup of tea. This powder right here I really like. I actually really like this one to bring back color into the face. The eyeshadow palette is really nice. It has really pretty neutral colors that you can use every single day. It blended really well, really easily. The eyeliner right here is really good. I really like this one. And then the sponge, I really like this so far. I'm going to keep on using it, but first impression was really good. The foundation is okay. I wouldn't repurchase it, even though it is $1. I wouldn't repurchase it. It has good coverage with that sponge. With any other like beauty blender, the coverage just like shears out. If that's what you like, it is buildable. Like what it says, all the claims are correct. So it's just not my favorite. It's a good foundation, not my favorite. The bronzer is really good. I still use it like every other day. I kind of switch out my bronzers, but I really like that bronzer. The blush is really cute. The highlight's really cute. That duo, I really like it. I actually reach for it every day now. The lashes are really cute. I really like their collection that looks like this that are in these boxes. The other ones, not my favorite. Just make sure to get the ones that have this packaging and you'll be good. The lipsticks are really good. I like the formula. It takes some building, but I really like it. The lip liner is amazing. It's like the perfect color. The mascara, nope. Not my fave. Alright guys, and that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want anything else that's similar to this and I will film it. I'm not going to tell you to like or subscribe because I'm just not. If I'm missing anything, I will make sure to put it down in the description, so please don't forget to check that. And if there's any other questions or if I miss anything that I don't put in the description, let me know in the comments and I will answer your questions. That's it guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!